Hello. So about the first concern, I think that one of the reasons is that there isn't much engagement with policymakers, like the Ministry of Finance or agencies that are responsible for looking after children in the countries. So often the publications are viewed merely as literature, and there isn't so much. They don't pay so much attention to them. So what I think needs to happen in this case is that I think to have an impact, you need UNICEF to engage with the policymakers, like at the stage at which policy making is being done. This would involve, I would have in mind, for instance, in this case, that there's engagement with the parliamentarians, like in most of these countries, within parliament, you find that there's a group that is more focused on children issues and that kind of stuff. And then I also think that there would be more impact if UNICEF was engaged in with the Ministry of Finance that actually makes the budget. At the budgeting stage, they make inputs in the budgeting process, and to emphasize the importance of actually providing funding for children. And the other point that I would make is that there would also be need to engage with the civil society organizations and various NGOs to act as pressure groups to highlight this plight of the importance of providing sufficient finance for children. I would also add here that engagements with the media would also help. On the issue of some of the topical issues that I think are important, one of them is early childhood education, and you find that most of the children in these countries do not have suitable education by the time that they have grown up. You find that there's so much dropouts at an early stage, and such that when the children grow up, many of them have deficiencies in numerous skills that they actually need in their adult life. And another point is that in a number of our countries, there is high poverty in households, and this impacts a lot on the kids that are growing in those households. For example, Malawi, for example, you find that child poverty is mainly because the households themselves, the mother, father, they are also children, so you have child poverty being reproduced. So in this case, I think scaling up social protection would have a big impact in those countries. So again, even this one, I think to have an impact, many of these countries, there are agencies that deal directly with these issues. For example, there are some ministries that deal with gender, disability, and some are specific for children. So UNICEF would need to engage these directly and engage at the point of policy making to have an impact. Thank you.